and thank you for stopping in and welcome to the world of guitar playing. This is lesson 5 of my Guitar Lessons for Beginners series, part 1. My name's John Vito. I've been playing guitar for 50 years and I'm here to help you learn how to play guitar. So if you're new to guitar playing and haven't reviewed the other parts of this series, I've got a link up here that you can click in order to see the chords and things before this. We're now working on connecting chords. I consider this to be one of the most important lessons of this whole series because you can learn individual chords, but we've learned the D chord and we've learned the A chord, and you're going to learn dozens more chords, a few at a time. The key is not just learning the one chord, but the key is how do you connect them efficiently so your fingers can find them quickly and your fingers can do what's necessary to play those chords to keep up with a song. If you're a beginner, you're going to have trouble with this. You're going to be hoping that you can just make that chord on time. And if in the first month or so, you're going to have trouble doing that. I've been there. It's not easy. It's going to take some practice. And again, practice a little bit every day until you get better at it. You have to get the muscle memory. You have to get the brain memory so you know the forms. But right now, we're going to do the two chords, A and D. Now, you've learned both of those chords, and I gave you the fingering for the D chord, the 1, 2, and 3 triangle here. And now the A chord is the 2, 1, 3 triangle here. Now the reason I gave you those two forms is they go very well together because there's one finger, the first finger, index finger or pointer, stays on the G string on fret 2 for both of those chords. It's going to be on the D chord and it's on the A chord. It's called an anchor finger. Now that is hugely important in guitar playing because if you had to go from the old A to this, to this, to this, your arm has to do all kinds of things to make that work. But if you're on the D chord here and you go to the A chord here, it's very easy because you have an anchor. So let's go to the D. Now you have the first finger, the third finger, and the second finger. Now the A chord keeps two of those fingers on the same strings. You take your second finger off, your first finger stays where it is. The third finger on string 2 on the B string slides from fret 3 down to fret 2, and your second finger just pops up here. So now, if your fingers are hurting, you can just do it without touching the strings, without pressing down on the strings, but lightly so you can get that muscle memory. Now, okay, you're not going to do it that fast, but start slow and go the D, then the A. Now, as for the strings, the D chord is the bottom 4 strings, but again, as we discussed in lesson 3, the A string is okay on the D chord, so if you're hitting all 5 strings, that's okay. But you need to not hit the top string, string 6, the E string, because it doesn't go in that D chord. But it's best to learn how to go downstroke looking at it. The 4 strings nice and clean, and then you're going to move your fingers over there for the A chord and hit the 5 strings, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. D, A. Now that requires relaxing your hands, so you stop for a little bit. Okay, shake it off. Go back to the D, then the A. And sometimes it's best to do a chord like that instead of, because now you'll hear any mistakes on your fingers. Oh, I was touching the E string with this finger. There we go. So just slowly going back and forth. Hope you've enjoyed this part of it, and you can practice your D to A to D to A, just so you can get that motion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next lesson.